Hi, I'm After Sam Chong. I'm with a company called Excalibur Tactical. We're out of Round Rock, Texas. We're here at the 2015 Safari Club International Convention. One reason why we're here is basically we are supporting the Babes and Bullets behind us, which will be explained a little later. They're a female shooting group who's doing live demonstrations using our airsoft guns. Airsoft guns basically is a gun that shoots a plastic BB. They are realistic in nature, so everything functions the same exact way. One reason why we're here at Safari Club is to promote these items as an educational training tool for young children who are learning how to shoot a gun. There are a lot of alternatives to training, including 22 caliber handguns. The reason why the airsoft gun is perhaps a little bit better than that approach is the fact that it can shoot very cheaply plastic BBs. These BBs are very low in cost, about 10,000 rounds, cost between $12 to $15. They're very cost effective. Another reason why airsoft is a very good alternative to 22 is the fact that if you do have an accident with a 22, there's a possibility of bodily harm. With an airsoft BB, as long as you're wearing safety goggles, perhaps the worst thing that will happen is some tears may be shed, but you're not spending the night at the ER. Another huge advantage about airsoft guns is if you live in certain areas that don't allow for guns to be shot off, say, the back porch in a ranch situation, these are things that could be typically shot in your backyard. The fourth advantage of the airsoft guns is simply the fact that you can also do what's called force and force, which is a training scenario where you actually shoot each other like a war game scenario, except for you're actually learning about tactical fighting tactics and learning about basically self-defense techniques. So these are actually applicable also to adults as a training tool. So that's kind of why we're here. We also have other products that we represent. This is our training focus, and this is also our instructional focus that we have for the company. The other focus that we have corporate-wise is that we also do manufacture 2 recreational airsoft guns in-house. This is the Strafer Mark IV, which is a BB gun that shoots at the rate of 175 BBs per second. They're available between 2 different calibers. One is 6mm, which is the airsoft caliber. It shoots a plastic BB. We also manufacture this in .177 caliber, which is a standard BB you use in a traditional airsoft, traditional air gun, such as a Daisy, a Beeman, a Red Ryder type gun. This weapon will hold 9,600 BBs in .177 caliber, or it'll hold 7,200 rounds in 6mm airsoft caliber. It shoots at 175 rounds per second. In that rate of fire, you will empty the weapon within about 1 minute if you shoot .177 caliber BBs. If you shoot 6mm BBs, it empties out with about 45 seconds. So it is a very fast and effective system. Also, it has no moving parts. That's one reason why it has such a high rate of fire. You do have a power source that's external. It's CO2, high pressure air, or you can actually plug an air compressor into it. So that's a product that's kind of unique to our company. Very fun little piece. It also is being evaluated by law enforcement and military agencies to be used as a less than lethal device, mostly in, say, correctional kind of situations. The other product that we're also known for in-house is our airsoft minigun. So this is a replica airsoft gun, fires 6mm plastic BBs at a rate of fire about 50 rounds per second. That piece replicates basically a military-issued M134 minigun. The barrels do spin. It does use electricity to spin a motor, which in turn will spin the barrel. It uses high pressure air, CO2, or basically an air compressor that you can plug into the gun. It's air powered, so it will fire a plastic BB at about 600 feet per second. So the M134 airsoft minigun basically retails about $5,500. The Strafer Mark IV is priced at $950 for either of the 2 calibers, being 6mm or .177. Another product that's unique to our company is our .177 caliber Gatling gun. This is actually an air-powered Gatling gun. Shoots .177 caliber BBs and it's all controlled by hand crank. You plug in your air supply, which is either a CO2 tank, high pressure air tank, or an air compressor. It basically plugs into the back. You basically load BBs inside the center hopper here through this loading tube in the back. And then at that point, you can actually pull the trigger. This is an air release trigger. And then you basically rotate the barrels using this crank. We're hoping to probably bring this into the market at about, hopefully, an $850 price tag. But this is basically I think 1/3, 1/4 scale copy of a traditional Gatling gun, as what you might have seen in some Old West movies or some Civil War era type films. But this kind of represents what we're doing here at Safari Club and what our products represent for training or for recreational use. We also do represent a company called Fox Tree, which is producing a series of area and camp lights that we brought also to Safari Club here to showcase for the Safari Club members, which will be following this segment right here. So I appreciate your time. Thank you.